This is Baloney by John Skiska and Lane Smith. Last Tuesday morning at 8:37 a.m., Henry P. Baloney was finally late for class once too often. "That's it," said Miss Bugscuffle. "Permanent, lifelong detention, unless you have one very good and very believable excuse." "Well, I would have been exactly on time," said Henry, "but I misplaced my trusty Zimulus. Then I, found it on my desky, but someone had put my desky in a taraku. The taraku drove me right here to Skola, but then it drove right past. I grabbed my Zimulus and jumped out, but I jumped smack in the middle of a Razzo launch pad. I used my Zimulus to pop open the escape porto, but it turned out to be a porto into the next Razzo blasting off. I jammed the Razzo controls with my Zimulus so I could land behind Skola and still be on time, but I jammed the wrong Butuna and ended up on the planet Astrosis. I entertained the Astro guys with my very funny Pixas, but they decided my Pixas and I would be entertaining to eat. I changed their minds with geodrams and cuculations so fantastic they crowned me Kuningas of the whole planet. But I forgot the Astrosis word for thank you and accidentally used the word for doof brain. I foiled their plan to disintegrate me by plugging their blassa with my Zimulus, but they made a new plan to send me back in a sighing flosser to fricasse our Skola. I erased the sighing flosser fricasse instructions, but I also erased the sighing flosser porto lock and fell out. I dropped like an Uruk. I was only 3 seconds away from Sir Splatzen all over the Spielplatz. Not even my trusty Zimulus could save me. "So what did you do?" said Miss Bugscuffle. "How could you possibly save yourself?" I suddenly remembered that falling bodies obey the law of gravity. And I haven't learned the law of gravity yet, so I stopped and came to Skola. All of which made me exactly 7 minutes late this Amu. "Henry P. Baloney," said Miss Bugscuffle, "that is unbelievable. But today's assignment is to compose a tall tale, so why don't you sit down and get started writing?" "I'd love to," said Henry, "but I seem to have misplaced my Zimulus." Afterward, this transmission was received directly from deep space. Once the signals were decoded, it became clear that this was a story about a life form similar to many Earthlings. Even more amazing was the discovery that the story is written in a combination of many different Earth languages, including Latvian, Swahili, Finnish, Esperanto, and Inuktitut. Who knows why?